Good morning. Welcome to Shawnee Mission Unitarian Universalist Church. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your life's journey, you are welcome here. We are so happy that you have chosen this sanctuary and time, that you're here is something to celebrate. We extend an especially warm welcome to our visitors. We'll be waiting to chat with you at the welcome desk after the service. Remember, we were all newcomers once. And if you're joining us online, please say hi in the chat. We now invite everyone to rise and greet each other.
Good morning. All right, we have a few announcements. The first session of our UU History course begins today at 12:30 in room 18. That's just down the hallway right behind me. The topic is European Unitarian history. All are welcome and light snacks are provided. And then secondly, our monthly Women in Femmes meeting is also taking place at noon in the multipurpose room down this way. And now an announcement by Ellie Agnew.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Ellie, and on behalf of the youth group, I would love to invite you all to the gallery after the service today for a gallery talk over the youth display. It'll be on view until the end of June, and can't wait to see you there.
If you are a young adult, next Sunday, we invite you to come to a listening session in the multipurpose room after the service. Ages 18 to 35. This is sponsored by our Congregational Life team. Lunch will be provided for you and childcare. There's also a survey that you can complete online, and we can collect information from you on that, and you can get that in the weekly email. Today, our Donate the Plate is going to DRUM, which stands for Diverse Revolutionary Unitarian Universalist Multicultural Ministries. DRUM, which is its short name, is the oldest and largest UU People of Color ministry and anti-racist community organization based in North America. They are an integrated organization affiliated with the UUA, but they're their own 501c3. They are supported by their own members, individuals, and congregants who identify as people of color, and people who self-identify as white are encouraged to join UU Allies for Racial Equity, their close partner. DRUM has a growing membership of UU people of color from every district and region. They are led by a dedicated team of volunteers and several part-time staff, as well as ministers and chaplains. It leads our efforts on becoming an anti-racist, anti-oppressive, multicultural Unitarian Universalist association to heal, work collectively, and steward an effective organization that engages and empowers new leadership and our membership. In my own experience, DRUM leadership is solid, grounded, available, active, and ethical. I find the programs that they put out to be excellent. For example, a few that are coming up are Aiming for Allyship, a 12-hour multiracial intersectional anti-racism training that occurs once a week for a month, Asian American and Native Hawaiian Pacific Islander Coffee Hour, connecting with Braver/Wiser, which is a part of the worship web, and the UUA Moderator Forum with Drum. So today, after the sermon, we will give to Drum, but in so many more ways, we could be recipients of this ministry as well. I encourage anyone who is interested in joining one of their caucuses for people of color or who wants to start a drum ministry here to get in touch with me, as we could all be blessed by this diverse, revolutionary, multicultural ministry. In other news, our shelter, Project 1020, closed this week on its scheduled annual closure of the 1st of April. It was a sad morning with people figuring out how to move back into a life of such uncertainty. So many people just need a little bit more to get stabilized. We're so grateful to everyone who took shifts in the shelter and everyone who supported our neighbors in supporting our neighbors. It takes a village to make such a positive change in the world, and we're so lucky here at SMUUCh to have so many lay leaders and so many wonderful staff. Today, our staff highlight is of our music director, Daniel Doss. Yeah. Daniel Doss's work here at SMUUCh has transformed our worship experience. He is such an accomplished professional musician. Just to tell you a few of the things he does outside of being here with us on Sunday, he has collaborated on over 100 musical theater productions around the world. For example, he was on the national tour of The Color Purple, The Addams Family, and Ragtime Broadway productions. In his full-time gig, he is the director of the new theater and restaurant at Overland Park, Kansas, the music director. Daniel, we're so lucky to have you, and I know that you all know how lucky we are because our services have been made so beautiful by your skills and insight. I feel very fortunate to have been able to work with him in my career and to get to call him my friend. Our music program has been growing so beautifully that in the development of the annual budget this year, this is the only piece that I put in extra. The only thing that I added to our budget is support of the music program. Our stretch goal, therefore, is to bolster the whole music program because I know that whatever support we give to the staff of the program, we will receive music tenfold. You can see the proposed additions on the budget that's pasted to the brick wall in the fellowship hall. And if you love the music as much as I do, I invite you to give more or make your pledge. And now, Daniel Doss has a fun fact to share with us.
Good morning, everyone. During a vacation in Las Vegas in 2010, I decided to pay a visit to the Liberace Museum. In the main showroom, on a circular platform, underneath a ceiling of mirrors, sat the most beautiful grand piano I had ever laid my eyes on, completely covered in rhinestones. I asked my tour guide if anybody was ever allowed to play Liberace's piano, to which she responded, yes, but it involves paperwork. So I said, where do I sign? After the permission was granted, I was instructed to proceed directly to the restroom to wash my hands 7 times. I felt like a surgeon, sanitizing my hands before a medical procedure. After my cleansing, I was led to that platform underneath a chandelier of candelabras and performed one of my own compositions on one of Liberace's rhinestone pianos.
And before we get too far away from the music, I'd like to acknowledge 4 other people who are part of our music staff. If you would please rise, Alyssa, Will, Danny, and Abe. You may be seated. These are our section leaders, and they bring so much depth and stability to our choir. And now I invite Ellen Merlin to come forward and give her stewardship testimony. I think you should stand.
Good morning. I'm Ellen, and my husband Jim and I joined SMUUCh last summer. Let me give you a really brief background. Like many older transplants, we moved to KCMO to follow our daughter, son-in-law, and granddaughter when we found out they were relocating here to our son-in-law's home state. We knew it might be difficult. We had a lot of stuff. And we were moving from Minnesota, where we both had lived our whole lives, leaving family and friends and everything we knew. Let me just say, we also feared the probable change in climate from what we were used to from a fairly progressive community. While the move at times seemed quite daunting, and not being terribly extroverted, I had at least learned a few things since my recent retirement a couple years ago. One, find something meaningful to do pretty much every day. Two, find a new second or third place to hang out. And three, be willing to take risks to make new friends. My most immediate plan was to take care of myself, which included finding a new spiritual home. I knew that taking care of my spirit in many ways would likely address the lessons learned in retirement. You see, I might be a bit of a rarity, but I grew up UU and had been an active member of a large church in St. Paul. Thankfully, I had the good fortune to already know Rev Rose through my work on staff at her high school and as a fellow member of the same St. Paul UU church. But I also did some homework. We visited SMUUCh a couple of years earlier on a visit to Casey, and I also looked up online to see what info I could find. I was hopeful SMUUCh would be a really good match, but I didn't want to assume anything. While I had known Rev Rose and had an interest in ministry way back in high school, and I thought highly of her, I wasn't entirely sure what to expect from the services or this new church community. So once we arrived in KC, we visited SMUUCh again. We met so many others who were clearly committed to this community, even driving down from Missouri, much like we planned to do, acting as worship associates and volunteering through a variety of opportunities like the food bank and the winter shelter. But the biggest tell for me was the services. I'll admit I was brought to tears at the first service, really feeling that I had found my spiritual home. Rev Rose is an amazing minister, caring and wise, and we found the people to be very welcoming. This is a thriving and active community that continues to grow, and we love to see the youth. SMUUCh clearly accepts people from all kinds of backgrounds and diverse beliefs. The binding emphasis reflects love and respect for one another. And I recognize that at times, it's important to be moved beyond my comfort zone. I am particularly grateful to find specific outlets for my spiritual practice, including the small groups with Soul Matters, a wonderful choir and music program with our talented director and composer Daniel, and other growth and educational opportunities under Jen's sage tutelage. And so we found our spiritual home and have made a financial commitment to give our fair share to this place. Here we have found acceptance and comfort, especially during these challenging times. Without SMUUCh, our move would have been so much more difficult. We want SMUUCh to continue to thrive and serve not only the congregation, but to continue to be a voice for those who may not be heard in the larger community. Please know that your dollars can help make a difference. Thank you.
If you are wondering what it means to be a fair share giver, you can check in with Haley, who's going to be at the stewardship table after the service. And just a note, just in case you were wondering why we haven't been singing much about money, it's because we didn't have this fun singing for the Green UU historical songbook until this week when someone found it at her house, and we're very excited to look through it. It's called Songs for Fun and Money. Yay. This upcoming Wednesday night, I'm very excited to announce that we are partnering again with the Lyric Opera of Kansas City to present a free performance of Maya and the Magic Ring. And guess what we have here today? Her ring. We have the ring with us today. This free opera for families will perform at 6:30 on Wednesday night. And we encourage you to grab the postcard that's on your chair to look at it and distribute them to your family and friends. Because we are so lucky to have Neil Long here in our congregation, who is the director of learning at the Lyric Opera of Kansas City, we decided that he would help lead worship with us today, which is why we have the ring. The service is modeled after the libretto for Maya and the Magic Ring, which is what you call the script of an opera. So I really, really hope you will come to the performance. You should probably RSVP soon because there's already 178 RSVPs. Finally, we want to extend an especially warm welcome to the members of St. Andrew Christian Church Choir. They are visiting us this morning as part of our new collaborative church choir combination project, otherwise known as the CCCCP. Last Sunday, our choir went and traveled to St. Andrew to combine with their choir, and this Sunday it's our turn to welcome them into our combined worship service. In a time when we can find ourselves so deeply divided, we are looking forward to hearing you sing about all that we share together. And now let us do the ringing bowl. Our call to worship is called Grandmother's Aria from Maya and the Magic Ring by Dana Gioia, the librettist. Today, 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 each morning is a gift tomorrow takes away. So seize it, seize it, seize it. There is no better place for all your love to go. Today, 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 each morning brings its fortune to spend or throw away. So spend it, spend it, spend it before tomorrow ends it. That's what grandmothers know. Please, rise as you are willing and able and join us for our opening hymn, Come Sing a Song with Me.
As our birthday boy, John Young, who is turning 90. Woo! As John, day to you, happy birthday, dear John. Happy birthday to you. Woo! We invite you to join us as we recite our covenant. Let us affirm that love is the doctrine of this church, the quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with one another.
Could we please have all the children come forward? Hi, everybody. Hi. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Hi. So this Wednesday, we're having a special event here at church. It's called an opera. Does anyone know what an opera is? Yeah, what's an opera? Singing. Not just singing. It's when you make your head a microphone. Yeah? Who else knows what an opera is?
It's like a story told through song.
Yes, exactly. As Neil instructed me to say, opera combines drama, visual art, and music to tell a story. Neil here himself helped put it together, and he's going to tell us about the story and show us something special that he brought.
So Maya and the Magic Ring is a new opera written by composer Lori Laitman and librettist Dana Gioia. In opera, a composer is the person who writes the music, like Daniel, and a librettist is the person who writes the words. So Maya and the Magic Ring tells the story of a 9-year-old girl named Maya who is staying with her grandmother. One day, Grandma goes out to garden, and Maya, bored and lonely, finds a ruby red ring in her grandmother's belongings. The ring is dusty, and she polishes it. A genie appears, granting her 3 wishes. Now, I won't spoil the story for you, but Maya's first 2 wishes end up causing chaos in Grandma's house.
I have often thought about what I would wish for if I encountered a genie. What about you all? What is one thing you would wish for? Yeah. A pet dragon? That's a great wish. What about you, Roger? More wishes? Human solidarity. Wow, good job, Norman. Nina. A world-famous Minecrafter. Yeah. Everyone would have a home. Oh, I love that. All right, 2 more. What do you got?
To have some rich guy pay my taxes.
Rich guy pay taxes.
Well, I'm tempted to steal the pet dragon idea, but I've always been, so there's a rule you can't ask for more wishes? Well, I wish for the rule you can't ask for more wishes to be non-existent, so then I could ask for more wishes and then like world peace and stuff.
All right, Java, last one. What do you got? All right. What about you all? What would you wish for, Rose?
I would wish for a sustainable globe environmentally. What would you wish for?
My wish would be that everybody has access to free opera, free concerts, free musical experiences all the time.
That's great. I was thinking about this all week, what I would wish for. And the first two things that came to my mind was, I wish I could play the piano like Daniel. And I wish that the shed behind my house could be turned into a small ceramic studio, because I've recently really enjoyed doing ceramics. And I think the more I thought about those wishes, what I found interesting is that those wishes are actually possible. I don't need a genie to make them real. And some of the things you all also wish for are the same. So I've been reflecting on how everyone makes wishes all the time. We wish on shooting stars, four-leaf clovers, and whenever I see a clock that reads 11:11, I just find myself making a wish. I can't help it. And so I was wondering to you all, why do you think just every day we find opportunities to make wishes? What do you think? Ellie?
Because of hope.
Hope. I love that. Norman? We're beings of want. Yes. For love? Yeah, I love that. What about you all? Do you have any ideas of why we tend to make wishes?
I think it's fun to dream, to think about what we could do with our lives and with our community. And like Dr. Lacey said, we can lay the groundwork without genies. We can do that work ourselves.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a spiritual practice to daydream and be open to what's to come.
Yeah, I agree. I came to the conclusion that we do it because, like they said, we like to imagine new possibilities, like me playing the piano like Daniel, which I already know how to play a little bit. I just need lots of practice. But I also believe that there's a little magic inside of all of us to make our wishes come true. What do you all think? Raise your hand if you think you have a little magic inside of you to make your wishes come true. All right, I do too. You know what I wish for this week? What? To see you all at the opera on Wednesday. All right, Daniel, will you please play us out to our classes?
Each month, we as a community take time to reflect on a theme. The children do this in their classes, and we do it here in worship and in our small groups. This month, the theme is joy. I love this quote by Don Markova, which I found in this month's Soul Matters packet. I don't think anyone finds joy. Rather, we cultivate it by searching for the preciousness of small things, the ordinary miracles that strengthen our hearts so we can keep them open to what is difficult. The idea of cultivating joy strikes me deeply. I'm so lucky to work in the arts, bringing opera, artistic experiences, and joy to our community. My work focuses on creating transformational, not transactional experiences. The arts offer a window into lives different from our own, a pause in life's nonstop motion, a chance to feel alongside others. How precious and how joyous that is. If only I took a dose of my own medicine and made space for joy in my own life. It's easy to forget that joy can be teased out of the ordinary. In Maya and the Magic Ring, joy doesn't erupt from grand adventures or faraway lands. It emerges from an ordinary child staying with her ordinary grandmother in their ordinary house. Maya's magical adventure begins with boredom, homework, and a napping cat. She has no idea that this is exactly the setting where something extraordinary is about to unfold. Maya finds joy rummaging through her grandmother's trunk. She transforms a scarf and sunglasses into a red carpet look. Look at me, I'm a movie star, so glamorous, she exclaims, parading through the living room with no audience but Pookie, the sleeping cat. In her grandmother's jewelry box, she discovers a red ruby ring, the perfect accessory. It's a bit dusty, so she polishes it. And as the title hints, this is no ordinary ring. A genie appears and grants Maya 3 wishes. Be careful what you wish for, the genie warns. Maya can wish for anything. The world is her oyster, but she's 9, so she wishes for what feels most immediate. First, that her cat can talk. And second, that her toy unicorn comes to life. I won't spoil the story, but let's just say a bossy cat and a vain, self-obsessed unicorn aren't exactly a dream team. Maya soon finds herself needing help to unwind her wishes. In the end, Maya discovers magic, not just in the ring, but in her ordinary grandma. She learns to slow down and cherish what's already around her: relationships, play, imagination. This joy isn't given, but made, stitched together through moments of attention, humor, and love. Perhaps when the genie tells Maya to be careful what she wishes for, he's really suggesting that real magic, real joy, isn't about escaping the world, but rediscovering it. By the opera's end, it's not the magical beings or the chaotic antics that leave the strongest impression. It's the love between Maya and her grandma. It's the return to normalcy and the realization that true magic isn't in the wishes, but in Maya's ability to see wonder in the world she already lived in. That's the joy that strengthens our hearts, the kind we nurture when we catch a glint of beauty in the dusty reflection of an ordinary day. It's no accident that Maya, a 9-year-old girl, is played by an adult woman in the opera. Children will see the fun and suspend their disbelief. They'll believe that an adult is a child, or that someone in a cat suit is truly a cat. My hope is that adults will see their inner child and leave the opera feeling encouraged to cultivate magical joy from the seemingly mundane. Be careful what you wish for.
come to this place to see and be seen, to teach and be taught, to hear and be heard, I invite you to make yourself physically comfortable. Maybe taking a deep breath, putting your feet flat on the floor. Pema Chodron says that in meditation we discover our inherent restlessness, that it can be so uncomfortable that we feel it's impossible to stay. Yet this feeling can teach us not just about ourselves, but what it is to be human. It goes against the grain to stay present. These are the times when only gentleness and a sense of humor can give us the strength to settle down. So we gently encourage ourselves to stay. Are we experiencing restlessness? Stay. Are fear and loathing out of control? Stay. Aching knees and throbbing back? Stay. What's for lunch? Stay. I can't stand this another minute. Stay. Coming back into this space, I invite you to open your eyes. We also come to this space to share our joys and sorrows. If you have a rare joy or a profound sorrow, I invite you to come forward and light a candle.
My name's Vicki Trott, and I'm sticking with the theme for this month of joy. I'm lighting a candle of great joy. A week ago Friday, we had all three of our grandchildren together overnight, well, one was overnight, but that's rare, and it's a great joy. And I've decided during this period of uncertainty, we have to take our joy where we find it. And that's one of the places I find it. The other is with my family, my friends, and this church.
Hi, I'm Twyla Preston. I have a very dear neighbors that are, of course, next door to me. And Bob came over the other day and told me Jimmy has decided to go into hospice because he's just not kicking the cancer, and I'm very sad.
I'm Yvonne Gibbons, and I'm lighting this candle with the inspiration I received yesterday in Topeka at the peaceful protest, and I know there was many of you there that I didn't see. I did run into Marie Bray and Jean Groth and Annette Box and many others. I think there was around 4,000, but it felt like 10,000. And I loved the posters. One of my favorites was even IKEA has better cabinets.
My name is Jennifer Sagan, and this is my yearly candle of joy for Joy, my amazing, now 17-year-old daughter. I'm very proud of her. Her birthday was Wednesday.
This is a candle of joy. Let's see there. Okay, thank you. My fourth great-grandson was born on Wednesday. He's the he's the first son of my oldest son's first son. So they're very excited to be first-time grandparents. There is a little bit of concern. His external ear is malformed, so at the least he'll need to have some plastic surgery on that, and they're not sure, they won't know until he gets a little older if his hearing's affected or not. So there is some concern there.
I'm Alyssa, and I want to share a candle of joy. I moved out here from New York about 13 years ago, and I didn't really have anybody. I do have some family here, but I moved out here very alone and searching for some kind of spiritual filling for this void inside me. And when I found SMUUCh, I was welcomed without hesitation. I feel like this has become my second home, and I'm just grateful for it. I hope to make more friends.
Hi, my name's Connie, and this is a candle of joy, because for the first time, this Wednesday, I'm going to become a grandmother. And my son and his wife tried for 13 years. So, joy.
My name is Greg Blakely, and I lit a candle of sorrow about 8 months ago when our veterinarian told us that the dog that I've had since he was a puppy was given a terminal diagnosis of spleen cancer. We found out within the past few days that his diagnosis was incorrect, and he will be turning 10 in May, and we will continue to be with and bless our family. Thank you.
My name's Grace Ann Sandry. This is truly a candle of profound sorrow about the death of my friend from ovarian cancer at 58 years old.
I'm Sarah Banner, and this is a candle of joy. My nieces are all 7 years apart, and for a long time the joke was that when the youngest turned 7, they would get a puppy. Well, she's about to be 10, and they finally got a puppy. And I, for one, am enjoying the adventures and misadventures of my brother and his wife parenting a puppy, because he was about 8 the last time we had a dog in our family home, and she has never had a dog, so it's been pretty funny.
Please sing with me our song of response. Please remain seated as we sing our meditative hymn.
Our reading today is Entrance by Rilke, translated by Dana Joya. Whoever you are, step out of doors tonight, out of the room that lets you feel secure. Infinity is open to your sight, whoever you are. With eyes that have forgotten how to see, from viewing things already too well known, lift up into the dark a huge black tree and put it in the heavens, tall, alone. And you have made the world and all you see. It ripens like the words still in your mouth. And when at last you comprehend its truth, then close your eyes and gently set it free.
In so many ways, we find ourselves in emotional pain. The world around us is chaotic. Our futures feel uncertain. And even in our moments of joy and connection, I know that so many of us are carrying a tension, a weight, a pain about the world and how things are happening around us, in our country and in our communities. I know that I am not alone in feeling that this is not what we want. This feeling that we have here around us and in front of us, something that is not enough. We sometimes feel that we must always be in touch with what is coming, to be open to a new way of being, to imagine the world we dream of. And what a world we dream of. What dreams we carry in our hearts, what wishes we have for our neighbors, for our friends, for our children, for the earth, for our family, and for ourselves. These longings, I think, are a starting point in opening into our spiritual practice. My friend Nancy MacDonald Ladd said that religion is our highest yearnings. And thus these wishes for a better world are sacred in some way, because our daydreams hold such power and are the creative work that must be done in order to open that new way of being. They say that if you can dream it, then you can do it. First, the dreaming. For what is a wish but hope? And what's hope but in some way a prayer? And what's prayer but contemplation? What we contemplate is how we think, and how we think is how we act, and how we act is who we are, at least until we can grow into somebody wiser. But as the genie said, be careful what you wish for. I wonder if, too, there is something lost with all of our wishing and our pleading for something different. Sometimes when we're in so much pain about a situation that we just want it to be resolved and for this uncomfortable feeling to go away. This is why I've read the same meditation instruction to you 2 weeks in a row. Stay. Stay. Because we're so accustomed to running from or numbing our pain or thinking that the grass is always greener somewhere else, we do truly sometimes miss all that is right here. This is the lesson that little Maya learns in the opera. Neil told you a little bit, but basically Maya had a really uncomfortable feeling, as banal as it was, the trapped sense that she must do her homework inside. This may speak to some of us, those of us who are trapped at work or experiencing alienation or isolation, so you can understand what luck Maya feels when she comes upon the magic ring that has a genie in it that is going to grant her wishes. I wonder, what is your magic ring? What's your out? What's your escape hatch? What calls out to you like that ruby treasure called to Maya to tell you that it will end whatever pain you're in? Perhaps it's just the urge to figure it out or think it over. Just even take the global political situation. What is your process to stay connected to yourself and your community amongst the uncertainty? Probably there are times when you do check out, when you need to escape. And probably there are times where there is more ability to channel our efforts into something positive, like this weekend's protests, when people who attended were undoubtedly reminded of how much good we already have here. This is what Maya figures out after all the wishes she makes turn out pretty weird. For example, she finds out that once the cat can talk, he's really grumpy. And the unicorn is just very into his hair. These antics are engaging and fun, but I think underlying them is a real conundrum, which is that the true beauty of our lives is what we already have. Before us, in every moment, is a depth and a richness and so much that we would wish for if we didn't have it. Perhaps this is the other side of the same coin that's thrown into the wishing well, is that you can wish for whatever you want, but in the end you might just wish for what you've got. In Grandmother's aria, she says, "Today, today, today, each morning is a gift, tomorrow takes away. So seize it, seize it, seize it. There's no better place for all your love to go. Today, 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 each morning brings its fortune to spend or throw away. So spend it, spend it, spend it, before tomorrow ends it." This is what grandmothers know. We'll just sit for a minute. The work of the church depends on us. This week, our Donate the Plate goes to Drum, which reflects our UU values of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Our place in the community is as a weaver of connections, making our tapestry larger than what occurs within simply our walls. Let us weave these connections tighter with UUs across the nation as we strive towards a world that is more racially just and more spiritually accessible. I'm especially grateful for their work in our congregations. We invite you to give generously to support the ongoing work of Drum. The offering will now be given and received in grateful appreciation of our shared values.
What's in a melody? What treasures does it hold? Will it captivate our senses? Express what's deep within our soul? Music loves to move us through the beauty of its art. It can take us on a journey of the heart. And so we sing, whether young or old. We're on a grand adventure, and our story should be told. We celebrate the music in every living thing, and so we sing from our hearts, each on our own part. And so we sing, and so we sing. Hear the message in our music, hear the gorgeous harmony. Hear us lift our voices skyward, singing strong, singing proud, singing free. And so we sing, whether young or old. We're on a grand adventure, and our story should be told. We celebrate the music in every living thing, and so we sing from our hearts, each on our own part. And so we sing, and so we sing. How we've learned, how we've learned, how we've loved, how we live, how we lived, how we've always loved, and still we sing, and still we sing, whether young or old. We're on a grand adventure, and our story should be told. We celebrate the music in every living thing, and so we sing from our hearts, each on our own part. And so we sing, and so we sing. We sing, we sing, we sing, we
Please join me. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Please rise as you are willing and able for our closing hymn, number 203, All Creatures of the Earth and Sky.
This week, be careful what you wish for. Notice and think about your escape hatch and come into gratitude for what you have. Go in peace.